we're starting with our stepping sequence here today. We're getting into inversions and working further into our inversions, getting into our hip planes, okay? Now, let's stand firm here in mountain pose or Tadasana. Just breathe in slowly, 1 or 2 breaths here. And really the idea is to get into our shoulder rotation to activate our deltoids and our sternum stability. This helps us to get anchored in our inversions headstands, okay? So let's just slow in 1 more breath here. And we're going to start in Prasarita 3 and airplane and dense pose, sustaining activation here, okay? So we lift on up, raise. Now as we fall down for this first one, we are not going, we're going to bend the knees, okay? Not straighten them. Just bend them and allow the spine to get that raja hooked. A bit of number, but gently, okay? Good. Stand on up. And then we're going to come to the center of the room here, the center of our mat, which is our focal area. And we're going to come into Virabhadrasana 3. Now the arms should be in the same plane. Open up and lengthen the frame of the spine from the crown of our heads to the tailbone. And the left leg comes in the same plane with the arms, okay? Open up, lengthen, feel that stretch all the way up to the hamstrings and the quadriceps. Slowly 1 more breath. Good, and we're going to come into airplane mode, like a jet, just coveting through the night sky. Open, lengthen of the spine. Good. We're going to come into a dense pose. Just slowly 1 more breath here. Feel that the lungs are getting expanded through the shoulder rotation. Lift up the sternum, activate the deltoids. Lift and grow. Kick into that left leg. Ooh, gets a little topsy-turvy. We just center our mind back onto the mat and go for it. More and more. Good. Come down here. We're going to come into a quad stretch. For our left quad as well as our right quad. We feel it, okay? Feel that intensity. Just let me 1 more breath here. 1, 2. Come on up. Then we try to lengthen and stretch here. Slowly 1 more breath. Good. And bring all the way back down. And now we're going to come into our tree pose on our right leg here, okay? Good. Open up the chest. We're going to engage in our shoulder opener here, the upper chest area. We're going to come into reverse arms, or if you're not able to reverse your arms into prayer at the back, you may just reverse them in the similar manner right now. The idea is to get into that deep tissue realization. Now move the shoulders clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Oh, let us feel intensity here. Feel that the glutes are very, very much involved here in our tree pose, and then we're going to come to the back of the net, just to give it a little bit of sensation, a little bit of drama here. Open up, lengthen. We're trying to strengthen that right leg. Feel that the glutes are very, very much raised here. If you're not in balance, just tell yourself your balance, okay? The root in our mind here. We're going to anchor and get stationed properly here with the left. Open up the chest. Lengthen. Fine. Good. Find the stability. We're going to lengthen our tree pose, square through, and then we're going to come into our shoulder stretch in eagle wrap. Lengthen, go forward, tilt. Try to separate the shoulders mechanically from each other in a way that allows you to breathe. Breathe into that shoulder climaxing here. Open, lengthen, and stretch. Poke out the glutes, let the glutes feel very, very much involved. Do a rotation here. Good. We're going to come to the front of the neck now. So just plant our tree pose here. Open up the arms. Do a reverse. Lengthen. Open up the arms. Do a forward tilt. Back. We're going to come back to this acrobatic trick in our inversions today, okay? So I just want you to open that tab and hold it in a mental note of it, okay? So we're coming into eagle arms. We're going to try this acrobatic trick in our inversions. Our headstands. Feel that lengthening through the entire frame of the spine, the pelvic area. So our head area, our pelvic floor really limits our upward mobility, and it's very important that we center it through, okay? So we're in the flow now. Open and lengthen that left hip. Squat through. Plank. Hold that crank. Hold the breath here. Plank. Up dog. Nice strong legs. Lower back. Upper back. Plank. And down dog. Now we're going to walk it all the way to the back. Then we're going to begin our Virabhadrasana 3. Exactly in one pose here. Now this time we're scrutiny outside back. And then come to our left foot here. And left foot. Bring it all the way through. Now we're going to go and lift up. Come to Virabhadrasana 3. On the left leg. Come on. Come on. Lift on up. The arm should be the same thing, okay? Go, go, go. Good. Like a jet. Like a Gulf Stream. Just pursue everyone into breath here. Center. And then we're going to come into our dancer's pose. Let that right leg hit the sky and fly away. Keep more. It's going through. More. Tighten the abs. Kick. Oh, that's so good. Hamstring, deep. Twist your fingers in the hamstrings, in the quadriceps as well. All the way up to the gluteal gland. And then we're going to take it down into a quad stretch. Feel it in the left and the right quad. Equally gets a stretch. Backbends here, shoulder rotation. Just let it go, breath. Good. And then we're going to come now into a Trikonasana. Pose here. The idea here for today is to get that deep shoulder tissue stretch here. We might come into reverse prayer or reverse arms here. Just open up the shoulders. And then come opposite hands here, like a deep tissue up, open shoulders. Might stick to the heel right here. Feel the gluteal muscle really getting involved. Feel that lengthening, feel that opening of the thigh gap comes alive in this pose, okay? Feel the thigh gap, it's a deep opener here. shoulders clockwise and anti-clockwise. Feel that deep, deep stretch here. And then we're going into our acrobatic trick. Now I want you to hold this mental picture. We're going to hold it and explore our acrobatic trick here in our inversions, okay? Good. So with the flow, open up that left hip, sway through plank, up dog, open the shoulders, nice strong legs, and then plank and down, dog. Good. I want you to come into Prasarita now. Open up the hips, thighs here. Just feel that deep, deep engagement here. Otherwise, we're going to come into our Trikonasana here. Open up the arms, the shoulders. Lengthen both. Back, below. Good. Feel that pelvic floor gets a tilt, and then you raise the backbends. Back out, center. Reverse the arms, and then through into Trikonasana. Hold. Open and lengthen the arms and shoulders. Get that side stretch. Deep, deep, deep stretch here. Lift away. Good. We come up here again. Forward, forward, open the shoulders. Breathe in. Jump your feet to 3 to 4.5 feet apart. And then we center it through from the second side. We're coming to Prasarita. Throw the sitting bone to the back of the room. Lengthen the entire frame of the spine. Come to a little forward fold here. Open and breathe. Feel a deep, deep stretch all across the thigh muscles, the hamstrings, the quads. Get a deep, deep stretch here. All the way up to the quadriceps and the hamstrings. Get a deep, deep release here. Breathe. Press down the circumference of our heels to lift up the torso. Breathe. Good. Now, we're going to come into our Trikonasana. Poke out the glutes, open the chest, revolve more. And we're going to come through to center, okay? Poke out the glutes here. Good. Come into a forward fold. Feel the pelvic floor gets a deep stretch. Release. Back through. And we're going to evolve to the second side. Poke out the glutes. Open the chest. Evolve. Breathe. 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 Into that space. We're pressing down our heels, circumference of our heels to get deeper into our evolving our chest here and lifting our torso, okay? Just a little bit more breath. Back into Prasarita. Our forward fold. Our back bend actually. Come to our forward fold into Prasarita. And then we come on through. We're going into our inversions now. Remember our acrobatic trick in our inversions? We're going to try it out here, okay? Now open up that chest. Open, breathe, breathe in. Push the sitting bones to the back of the room. Open, lengthen. Get that frame of the spine here. And if it feels good, you might find yourself actually coming down to the ground. That's okay. Open. Open up. Good. Yes. Poke out the glutes. Poke out the glutes here. Good. And then we're going to try backbends. Feels good. Across the spine. here. Reverse. And now take it to backbends. Good. Deeper and deeper. Up to down close. Open, lengthen. Revolve the diaphragm with the spine, okay? Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe in. Nice strong legs here. Good. So you're not in your neck at all. We're all in the upper chest here. Get a deep, deep stretch. You come into a little elbow bobbit here. Bobbit. Send it back. Open, lengthen, and squeeze through. And down. Nice, easy landing. Approach landing, okay? Now we're coming into our tripod. So coming to tripod is very, very important. And we feel like we're properly nice and anchored here. Tripod, open. Yes. Lengthen the entire frame of the spine. Breathe in. Single side. Okay. Now, poke out the glutes as you're coming into an acrobatic trick here. Breathe. Center. And come into backbends here. Good. Second side. Yes. Lock. Once the acrobat is locked, then we're going to come to the side stretch here. Engage. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. They get deeper into this pose. Open. Star. Hold it in, breathe. Breathe. Flexing point. Feel that gluteal muscle. Get engagement here. Poke away. Nice free hips. The tighter our hips, the less our mobility here, okay? So we need to work on our hip openness as well. They're very, very important. Allowing us to move here, okay? Good. Come down slowly, slowly. Nice strong abs. Allowing us to come down here slowly, okay? Good. Slip in 1 or 2 more breaths. Get to our breath of fire here. Pretend there's a mirror in front of you and just following it up. With our breath of heat, close the form on the mirror. Now we're going to come into our recline, into our tripod on the first side, okay? Now we're going to try and intensify our scorpion here. And just make sure as you're coming up, don't move the elbows, okay? We're inverting our hip place with a little bit more larger spine as well as flexibility. Then we are standing in balance all the way up to inversions, okay? Now we're ready, and at this point we're ready to start lifting up our head from off the neck. It gets a little topsy-turvy, but look like this, okay? So let's just go. Absolutely does get a little bit topsy-turvy, but like this. Just make sure our tripod is nicely anchored. Let's try one more time. To lift up like a lever. Easter weekend, there's so much happening outside the mat. We're missing out on so much fun, but we'll just concentrate on the mat, okay? And we'll catch up right after our routine, okay? Good. So let's get started here. Open the hips wider and wider. Center, a bit more. Get your upper trick to allow further engagement here. And as you practice getting deeper into our inversions here, especially for our scorpion side stretch here. Breathe. The side body. Come deeper into our headstands here. Breathe. Now we will come into fish pose here. And I want you to just focus on the areas that are being opened in the frame of the spine, especially the upper chest. Take in that breather. Ooh, beautiful. Open the chest, lift up the sternum, that T-bone shape at the front of the chest. Feel that engagement all the way up to the crown of our head to the tailbone, to the hamstrings, the knee rotation, the foot rotation, the shoulder rotation. It's long breathing, okay? Just good. Be present in this moment, exploring space, and enough space right here on the mat, okay? We've done much progress today. So happy. Really happy with the progress we're making, okay? Deeper in the chest, we just let it moves. Lengthen, feel that pelvic floor, get a nice tilt, open the chest, get some deep right here, breathe in. Good. Second side. Good. Now we're going to come to the crown of the head, so lift up into wheel pose, it feels good. I want to open up more, come to the sternum, just change, come to the sternum, open up, feel the glutes burning here, tap into that space with the burning glutes, breathe, breathe, open up, more and more, a wider engagement here, and then we're going to test our glute strength by lifting up in wheel pose. Open the chest, breathe, breathe, lift up that right hip, open, and the second side, lift up in wheel, don't come down in wheel, okay? Good, stronger, and stronger, crown of our heads, back, down, down, good. We're coming to recline position here. Open up the hips even more. You see the hip mobility is very much strengthening for our inversion, mobility and balance, okay? Good. So we don't get tired of opening the hips at all. The whole body. Sequence here, okay? The slurping one as you practice feels really, really good. Like a meditative depth of stretch here. Good. Feel that calm in your mind. So our calmness, just like we do on the mat, really starts in our mind. We have mental calmness, mental clarity, then the entire universe will surround to us. Okay? Quiet mind, the whole universe surrounds us. Okay? It's very important. Just calm, quiet our mind, whether in day-to-day or time here at the moment, okay? Good. Now we're going to come into a happy baby. And then with a view, it's coming into flower pose. But let's just start by hugging in our knees. Feel some point here. Feel a deep hip engagement here. All the way to the pelvic floor. Jump in and out. Feels so good to just feel that tilt. Open up the hips even more and more. Come to the upper chest area. So feel the third tongue eyes. Might be able to get a landing here. Try to still opening. Thighs, the hips. Breathe. Expand. More and more. Chest especially. Reverse the spin stretch more. More and more. Good. Good. Back out. Then ball here. There's a zone out, quiet the mind. love you for watching. I'm so happy with the progress that we're making with the views. It's in our second month, going up to our third month here. We're so grateful, happy. Each and every one is taking a little time on the mat to just work out, to stretch out, one stretch, one at a time. Such harmony, okay? As you're taking a quiet moment here, just settle in. Don't skip Shavasana at the end of the practice. It's very, very important as the body really computes all the coding that we just given together. Okay? So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscription button. I absolutely love you for joining the community. For welcome you to join our yoga series here, as well as our charismatic and all the workouts that we do here on the mat. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one where we are opening up more into our presentation yoga. Namaste. Feels good. The shoulders are nicely open with ample supply, flexibility. It's a deep, deep index